What's up, heroes? My name is Sylarclone, and welcome back to Crystalline. After an emotional start to our journey towards Bazada to find Ember Mist, let's continue on with our day to see how things go. The sun shines brightly through the window and splashes on my face, forcing me awake. It's a bright, sunshiny day. I love the clouds. Looks so great. Leanna and Amelia are both already awake, but Zack still has his head down as if he's asleep. Chances are he's not, though. I look outside and squint at the sky. What time is it?
It's already past noon. We slept through the entire morning.
Well, it's not like we have anything better to do. We did? Leanna giggles at my alarm.
Normally that would be a bad thing, but in this case it's okay. We're almost at Bazada.
Cool. I nod. Let's go. Bazada, however it's pronounced. Zack gradually wakes up. So he was asleep. And we all make sure we all have our things. After another hour or two, the train stops and announces our arrival to Bazada. Hopefully we keep our Pongo friend hidden too. The sun hangs high in the sky as one by one we step off the train. As soon as I set foot in the city, I'm assaulted by the sound of voices. Oh wow, this is a really big looking like town square almost a downtown area. I like it. Almost like a bazaar. Makeshift stalls line the sides of roads and alleys as people pack the streets. Traders entice onlookers to view their wares, and customers haggle in heated shouting matches. Are we gonna have to travel through that? I blanch at the thought of getting trapped amidst the sea of people, like sardines in a can.
We have arrived in Bazada.
Thank you, Amelia. I would have never figured that out. This is where we'll find Ember Mist?
No, as I said, it is the closest city to Ember Mist.
Okay. Considering the bustle of this place, I find it a little hard to believe that the hidden city is so close. No wonder Leanna seems so surprised. Amelia seems to read my thoughts. Stop doing that.
Of course, close is a relative term. We must first traverse some rough terrain and pass through the forest before we find Ember Mist.
How long are we talking in days of travel? Are we talking, a day and a half, a week? She points toward the south, where I can make out the tips of treetops, and then she glances up at the sky.
Considering only a few hours remain before nightfall, it may be in our best interest to spend the evening here in the city and depart in the morning.
That's probably a good idea. Leanna nods.
Good thinking. This marketplace is so huge. People say you can literally buy your heart's desires here.
I could see that. I could see why that's so true. I want to buy everything just looking at it. Is there something you're thinking of buying?
Nothing in particular, but I would like to check out the stalls. Traders from all over the world gather here to sell their wares.
Now, I'm going to assume we could buy crystals or something. That might be something to look into. Maybe a discharger of our own.
Hi!
Pongo! I glance down at my feet and watch the Pongo wiggle excitedly. He casts hungry looks into the crowd. Is there a lot of magic here? I haven't seen this guy so excited since he first tried to eat me. Amelia bends down and scrutinizes him. She pokes him with a finger and the Pongo giggles.
Hi, boy!
Stop tickling the poor guy.
I'm going to the inn. I'll meet up with you later.
Fine, be that way. Before any of us can react, Zack slips into the crowd and just blends in magically. His mercenary ways go about him. Should we go after him? Amelia doesn't even blink at Zack's departure. She's too preoccupied with the Pongo. Leanna shakes her head.
No, but since Zack left, I'm going to go too. Should we meet back up at the inn?
Can I go with you? Don't leave me with the child. Sure. Damn it, I'm gonna be left with the child. She nods and heads into the crowd. Since everyone else seems to know what they want to do, what do I want to do? Go shopping with Leanna, see what Amelia's up to, check on Zack, be a loner. I think the obvious option here is go shopping with Leanna if I have the choice to. That's more of what I want to do. I don't really care about Amelia, to be honest. Just don't. I'm more interested in Leanna. I head in the same direction I think Leanna's gone and duck into the crowd, trying not to bump into too many people as I explore the marketplace. I've never seen a place this crowded before. It doesn't feel like I'm walking so much as being pushed by everyone. Well, it is a big city. Despite all the people, I'm fascinated by the market stalls. Merchants sell all different types of merchandise, ranging from clay pottery to magic amulets. As I'm being pulled through the crowd, I see a glimpse of blonde hair and white armor. That must be Leanna. I wade through the crowd and see Leanna frozen in place. Hey, Leanna. She blinks at me.
Hey!
Why are you surprised? How's the marketplace so far? She just got here, dude. Come on, pay attention.
Really interesting. There's a lot of cool stuff I haven't seen before.
Me neither. Explain it all to me. She seems distracted.
Do you smell that?
Bacon? I breathe in deeply. Smells fruity and sweet. Smells silent, but deadly. Smell what? Oh, what are we listening? What are we smelling for here? The entire marketplace is a melting pot of smells, and together it dulls the olfactory sense. Is there something I should be smelling in particular?
I think it's coming from that stall over there. Come on!
Let's go check it out. She darts back into the crowd, and I quickly follow until we stop at a stall filled with delicate glass bottles. Ooh. Is this perfume?
Yes, welcome, welcome.
Thank you, kind sir. A tan man in silken robes ushers us closer to the stall. He selects a glass bottle filled with a pale pink liquid and offers it to Leanna.
A noble scent to match such a noble woman.
Sounds kind of like the merchant that we meet at the beginning of Aladdin. Leanna blushes and delicately sniffs the bottle. Her eyes widen in recognition.
Is that extract of spirit orchid?
What now? The man grins broadly and clasps his hands together.
Yes, yes, very rare, from the far celestial mountains.
Oh. Okay, I see.
I never expected to find this perfume here.
You could literally, you just said it yourself, you could literally buy your heart's desires. What is it? Leanna offers me the bottle, and I take a tentative whiff. It smells fruity, like a cross between an apple and a pear. This is a flower? She nods.
The spirit orchid. It only grows in the deep forest of the celestial mountain range.
So we should go there? Why is it called the spirit orchid?
The roots are a very pale white. And when it grows, it almost looks like it's floating midair, like a spirit.
Oh, that sounds like a cool flower. I want to see that. That's kind of neat. She nods absent-mindedly and continues to hold the bottle. Share with the rest of the class what's on your mind. Do you want to get it? Leanna quickly shakes her head.
Oh, sorry. It just reminds me of home.
Home?
My grandmother used to wear this perfume whenever she left the house. When I was little, that meant taking me down to the market.
Oh, that's a very nice memory. Very sweet. She smiles fondly at the memory, but her eyes hold a hint of sadness.
I loved wandering the shops and stalls. It didn't matter if I had nothing to buy. It was a chance to leave the house and be like everyone else.
But what do you mean by everyone else? It sounds like you didn't get to go out much.
It was complicated.
Because you're such an amazing mage? She doesn't offer any more information and returns the bottle to a blank spot on the shelf. Although she's been very helpful in helping me understand this world, Leanna doesn't talk about her past much, I should say. I glance at her again. She looks pensively at the bottle, a small crease in her brow. Suddenly, a new scent cuts through the floral perfumes. It smells of cinnamon and spice. Cookies! Hey, Leanna! Do you smell that? She jolts out of her thoughts and blinks.
Smell what?
Why are we playing this game still? I think it's coming from this stall over here. I grin, and just as she did before, I dart back into the street.
Hey, wait!
My turn! We weave through the people before stopping in front of a stall filled with an assortment of baked goods. I breathe in the heavenly sweetness of sugar and sigh contentedly. Cookies do sound really good. Leanna closes her eyes and inhales.
It smells so delicious!
Have you never had a cookie? I browse the array of cookies and tiny cakes. Leanna gasps.
They have cinnamon parfaits. I love those.
Let's get every single one, go back to the inn, and just eat them all. And don't tell Zack. What are those?
They're cinnamon and vanilla custard layers with apricots.
That sounds delicious.
What do you think looks good?
Everything. I'll try the cinnamon parfaits. Cupcakes! I don't like sweets. Oh. Okay, well, we brought her here. Well, the cinnamon parfaits sound delicious. Actually, that cinnamon parfait you mentioned sounds really good.
They are. And they're not super sweet either, which is why I like them.
I think I'll like them then, too. Don't want anything overly sweet, because then it messes with the tummy. I fish in my pocket for my winnings from yesterday. Today's treats are on me. Oh, so we did win some money. Leanna looks amused.
Are you sure you want to use your life savings?
Yes, for you. I chuckle. Don't worry. You've been very gracious towards me ever since Meadow Hill. This is the least I can do to repay you. I know it's not much, but please consider this as a token of my appreciation. Leanna smiles bashfully. Put an arm around her and let's walk.
Thank you.
No, thank you. I grin, then pay for a cinnamon parfait for Leanna and a dessert for myself. Cheers. I hold up my dessert and take a bite. As the sweetness melts in my tongue, I let out a contented sigh. Ah, delicious. This is even better than I imagined. Leanna giggles and lets out an equally happy sigh as she bites into her cinnamon parfait.
This is why I love markets.
Because you can find anything and everything. I nod in agreement as we return to the street. One of the guards in the marketplace notices Leanna's Mage Guild emblem and pulls her over to talk.
Sorry, I need to take this.
But why? It's your day off. You're not working. Since this looks like official business, I better leave them be. Fine. We can catch up later then? She smiles.
Okay.
I'll see you on the other side. See what Amelia's up to, check on Zack. Well, I guess we better check up on the little one because she's here and I don't think the Mage Academy knows just yet. At least not that we know. They probably know. Let's see what the protege is up to. I decide to seek out Amelia. I stand by awkwardly while Amelia mutters to herself. She seems to be in the middle of something and doesn't notice my presence. She's talking to herself?
Male, adolescent, of the cerulean variant.
What are you doing? She holds out her bracelet. The Pongo blinks at it, then looks back at her. Amelia cocks her head to the side as she observes him. With Amelia's attention still on him, the Pongo scoots closer to the bracelet and looks at her again.
Go on.
What? He cautiously sniffs at the bracelet, then sticks a tongue out to lick the air. Afterwards, he grins widely at Amelia. Well, probably, okay, she's casting some sort of spell and he's just feeding off the excess energy and she's giving him permission to. Got it. Boy?
Interesting. Normally, a cerulean Pongo will leave out even the slightest trace of magical residue.
But Amelia doesn't have a chance to finish as the Pongo springs into her arms.
Poi!
He is a special guy. He's friendly to everybody. What? She fumbles the catch and puts the Pongo close to her chest to stabilize him.
What do you think you're...
What is he doing? Her voice trails off as she looks down at the still smiling Pongo.
Poi?
He's just being friendly. Amelia blinks as the caution melts away from her face. The corners of her mouth curl up in a smile and she squeezes the Pongo into a cuddle. Now, there she goes. Now she's looking adorable, like almost human-like.
Poi!
Yeah, he knows. The Pongo wheezes as he's squished against her chest. So cute. Jordan, should I be watching this? If we join in, that's going to be a little weird. Should we be watching this? Well, we have no choice, but it is adorable, I must say. Aw, it's so cute. Aw, you do like him. Amelia gasps and drops her arms, letting the Pongo tumble to the ground. Oops.
Boy!
Oh, he's just surprised. He's fine.
I was merely conducting analysis.
Yeah, whatever. What'd you find?
Boy!
Yeah, he calls your bluff, too. The Pongo hops back into her arms and snuggles against her. Amelia's cheeks tinge pink. She clears her throat.
Regardless, I am going to the apothecary.
Can I go with you? I'm curious. Apothecary? Can't we just heal with magic?
Yes, there are mages who specialize in healing magic, but they use earth magic which neither Liana nor I possess.
Fair.
As such, we will need to purchase healing items to treat a wound.
Very true. Trouble does have a way of finding us. Makes sense to me. Would you like me to go with you?
No, it will be faster if I go alone.
Why are we wanting speed? Before I even have the chance to react, she turns on her heel and walks away. That is a strange child. As she goes, the Pongo pops his face over her shoulder and gazes longingly at me. Don't worry, buddy. I'll see you soon.
Boy.
Bye, buddy. A single tear rolls down his cheek. Oh, don't cry, dude. Pongo! I reach out for him as the distance grows between us. Wait a minute. Why is he making that face? He could literally leave at any time and just come back to me. Come back! He turns around and disappears from my view. You jerk. That sneaky little Pongo. Little bastard. Alright. Let's go check on Mr. Mercenary. Zack went straight to the inn in Illumia too. What's going on with all these inns? I'd like to know too. Get on the up and up of what's going on. I rush into the street, look for any sign of the inn. Luckily, I managed to spot Zack in the crowd before he disappears back into the sea of people and vanishes. Shoving my way down to the street, I finally locate the inn just in time to see Zack. He stands in front of a large notice board filled with pinned papers. As I get closer, I can make out some of the flyers, which include a portrait of a scowling face and a large monetary number. Is Zack checking out wanted posters? Maybe he's looking for a specific bounty. I'm about to call out to him when a young blonde wearing a skin-tight suit of armor flounces over to him. Twirling a lock of hair between her fingers, she seems to study the board. Every so often, she shoots pointed glances over to Zack, hoping to catch his eyes. But his attention never wavers from the board, of course. Wonder what this music's trying to tell us. Finally, she speaks.
Do you have a bounty on your heart?
That is the lamest pickup line I've ever heard. For the first time since her arrival, Zack looks at her. She grins devilishly.
Because I'm looking to collect.
That is the worst pickup line ever. He refocuses on the board and she frowns. For her second attempt, she's trying again. She bumps up her ample chest and touches his arm as she speaks in a sickly sweet voice.
So, are you a bounty hunter?
Zack shrugs her arm off of him.
No.
Okay.
Then you must be a mercenary.
Maybe I am, maybe I'm not. I'm not telling. He doesn't answer. She seems to take that as a sign of encouragement, and her sultry smile returns. She leans in close to him and runs her fingers up his arms.
I've got a mission that I could use some help with. Are you for hire?
He's currently on a job. Again, Zack brushes her hands off of him and steps away from her.
No.
No means no, lady. She seems a little taken aback, but quickly recovers and slides closer to him.
Are you sure there isn't something I could offer to change your mind?
Man, this guy is good.
No.
Man, he is really good. She sighs before plastering that same smile and lets out a small laugh.
Geez, you're kind of dense.
No,
I was hoping to spend some intimate time with you. So, what do you say?
So she goes from the coy approach to to just straight up, here's how it is. This is what I want to do.
No thanks. But if I'm ever in need of your services, then I'll go find you at the brothel.
Ooh, got her. The woman's eyes grow wide like saucers with a sharp huff. She tries to slap Zack, who sidesteps out of the way. Zack wins. She lets out another huff before storming off. Watch her leave. I may be interested in said services. Nah, we'll just watch her leave and just smile at Zack later. I hustle out of her way as she stomps towards the exit. Whoa, she did not look happy. I don't blame her. Well, that was weird. I go stand beside Zack. What was that about? He shrugs.
Who cares?
Touché. I take a look at the wanted posters on the board. Most of these faces look like the generic weathered and scarred bandits I imagined. Huh. Is this what you had to take care of in Illumia? Zack fixes his expressionless eyes on me. What? When we first reached Illumia, the first thing you did was find the inn. And then when we came here, you did the exact same thing. He relaxes slightly and nods.
Just staying up to date on the news.
Okay. Sounds like the life of a mercenary is pretty interesting.
Something like that.
Excuse me, are you a mercenary?
There are two of them now. As one, Zack and I turn to face another scantily dressed woman. This one has fiery red hair and a mischievous glint in her eye. Zack narrows his eyes.
Yes?
Are you sure you're not a rogue? Because you've just stolen my heart.
I think something inside me just died. Zack sighs and face palms. That was my reaction. I have a bad feeling about this. Zack ends up shaking her off and searches for the innkeeper to buy a drink. I'm ready for a little bit of me time. Time to kick back, relax, have a brewski or six. I head into the crowds and appreciate all the marketplace has to offer. After exploring the city, I meet up with the rest of the group back at the inn. Tensions are high as we eat in silence. I think everyone is a mixture of wariness and anxiety for the next leg of our journey. Even the Pongo is strangely silent and obedient. Amelia, what did you do? Once we finish eating, we head upstairs to find our rooms. Upon finding her room, Liana suddenly perks up.
Oh, Amelia, you and I will be sharing a room tonight.
But I wanted to share with Liana. Amelia speaks dismissively.
Naturally, that would be more appropriate than the alternative.
I mean... She pauses, then looks at Liana with interest.
Are you insinuating that you would rather share a bedroom with them?
With me. With me, not Zack. Me. Amelia points to Zack and me. I'm probably sitting there. Hi.
What? No! Of course not!
Thanks.
Oh, my mistake. Of course you could not have met both of them. There aren't nearly enough beds. You must have meant him.
Me. Me. Amelia points to me. Ah! Called it! Leanna's face turns pink as she shakes her head. You shake your head no, but that look on your face says yes.
Amelia! That's not true!
If that is false, then why is your face red?
It's pink. Pink.
The point is, I'd obviously rather share a room with you.
You're lying. Amelia blinks.
If that is the case, then why even bring it up?
She's got her there.
Because I'm excited. It'll be nice to have some girl time.
She has been traveling with two guys for a little while. Well, three, including the Pongo. Amelia studies Liana, then nods.
I concur. Sharing a room has proven to strengthen bonds amidst peers and foster camaraderie.
Way to think of it analytically.
You mean make friends?
Yes.
Precisely.
Leanna grins and Amelia smiles back. That's adorable. Hi, Pongo. We all glance down at the Pongo by our feet. Is it my imagination, or is he trying to ask us which room is he going to sleep in tonight? I think we know the answer. Amelia snatches him up in her arms. There it is.
The Pongo needs to spend the night with us tonight. We need him for science.
No, we don't. Amelia slips into their bedroom. Leanna nods rapidly. I hate that Pongo some days.
Yes, for science.
What kind of science are you going to be doing? Then follows Amelia into the room and slams the door shut. I hate you, Pongo, you lucky son of a bitch. There's a moment of silence as Zack and I stare at the closed door.
Is it just me, or did that seem unusually suspicious to you?
Yes. Yes. Is the Pongo really that special? Use me instead! As much as I want option 2. Is the Pongo really that special? For some reason, I feel like we missed out by not securing the Pongo. Zack shakes his head.
More like we dodged a blast.
Maybe. Don't you mean bullet?
Bullet?
Never mind. I guess idioms don't translate well here. Never mind. Still baffled by what happened, Zack and I enter our room and get ready for bed. Through the train, although the train was more comfortable than I expected, it cannot compare to a real bed. As I snuggle into the blankets, I soon drift into a restful slumber. Zack and I awaken at dawn and silently go about preparing for the day, and we'll go about the day next time. I'm going to end the episode here. As always, if you did enjoy the video, make sure to let me know by hitting the like button down below or leaving a comment. If you're new to the channel, unleash your power by hitting the subscribe button down below today as well, and I will see all you heroes in the next video. Thanks so much for watching. May the Force be with you, and have a great rest of your day. Take care.